to begin our Hall of Fame induction. Speaking during the inducting, first of all, our section president, Mr. Todd Kiefer, and with him from our section, over 30-year golf professional and member of the PGA of America Teaching Committee, Mr. Bill Hulbert.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much, Steve. How about a huge round of applause for the hospitality here at Virginia Country Club. It's been really amazing today. You know, we started off this morning with a lot of learning and a lot of education, and certainly Mr. Marins and Mr. Foley, you guys have done so much to inspire us, and we thank you very much for all that you've given us today. Hopefully we get to enjoy some lunch, and we'll kind of focus on the afternoon with some more education. But now it's time to celebrate. One of the things we wanted to do by creating this California Teaching Summit was to create a forum for our Teachers of the Year and actually create a Teaching Hall of Fame that would help recognize really the best of all of us. And so with that, Bill Hulbert is going to come up and give those introductions. And before we do, just a special note of Bill, as it was mentioned, 30 years of service. It's going to be a great honor later this year at the annual meeting to recognize Bill Hulbert in our Southern California PGA Hall of Fame. So he's a future inductee, and can't think of anybody better to come up and give these awards out than Bill. So Bill, take it away.
Thank you, Todd. Appreciate that. As he mentioned, you know, we're all here today to learn and become better instructors. I know there might be 3 or 4 guys in the back that are only here for MSR hours, but they'll probably learn a little bit something by accident. We've all had mentors and we've all had role models, and hopefully we're filling those roles as well for those that come in behind us. Today we further recognize a distinguished class of role models as the first inductees into the California Teaching Hall of Fame. I think it's very appropriate that our first speaker of the day is our first inductee, and you've already heard quite a bit about him, and some of this is repetitive, but it bears repeating. Eddie Marins is a consummate role model for what a golf professional should be. Frankly, he should probably be in every Hall of Fame that's available, and I think he's in already 10 or 11. He started as a player, which wasn't talked about this morning that much, but with over 200 tour events to his credit. He played with Snead, he played with Nelson, he knew Hogan. Just a treasure of information. 55 years ago, he became the head professional at Bel Air Country Club, and he's still there as the pro emeritus. As mentioned before, he coached the UCLA golf team and authored his book, Swing the Handle, Not the Clubhead, and became a world-renowned instructor along the way. Please welcome the 1987 Section Teacher of the Year, the Little Pro, as the first member of the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our second inductee is Derek Hardy. Derek's teaching at Talaga right now. Next year he will have been a 60-year PGA member. He's been a top 50 golf magazine and top 100 golf magazine instructor. In 2009, he was the PGA of America Horton Smith Award. Please welcome into the California Teaching Hall of Fame, Mr. Derek Hardy. Our third inductee, Jim Petrolia, became the first 2-time Section Teacher of the Year in 1992. A former school teacher who became a golf pro, Jim spent his early playing days with Mac O'Grady. I'm sure if he had time he could tell us some stories there. He narrowly missed getting his tour card several times, played in several majors, but then he turned his focus to teaching, and he's been ranked in the top 100 and top 50 in Golf Magazine. Please welcome the 1989 and 1992 Section Teacher of the Year into the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Jim. Our next inductee, Greg Micatin, who's been mentioned by Sean Foley and a couple others this morning, is here in a sweater vest and a corduroy sport coat. Todd and I were going to wear that same outfit, but we just don't have the intestinal fortitude to do that. But he's a longtime teaching pro at Vista Valencia Golf Course. He's a Bendo protege and an acknowledged golf machine guru. I didn't know until I did my research for today that Greg won the 1963 U.S. Junior Amateur, and I think, if I'm not incorrect, that until recently he was the youngest to have ever done that. He then played for USC and, of course, evolved into the Einstein of golf, or the Hat, which is probably his predominant nickname. Please welcome our 1990 Teacher of the Year, Greg Micatin, to the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our next inductee, Tim Mescal, is another example of a great club pro who also excels as a teacher. After playing golf at UNLV, he started his golf career at San Jose Country Club. He's been the director of golf at Lake Arrowhead Country Club since 2002. Tim has been recognized by Golf and Golf Digest for his teaching, and one of his students is Brandy Burton. He also found the time to become a PGA Master Professional. Please welcome the 1994 Section Teacher of the Year, Tim Mescal, to the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Glenn Deck is another two-time Section Teacher of the Year. He's the Director of Instruction at Pelican Hill and oversees a strong program there. And the view's pretty good from his office, I would say. Glenn has been recognized as a Golf Magazine Top 100 and Golf Digest Top California Teacher, and he's in Golf Tips Magazine Top 25. He's one of those guys that's always willing to share his knowledge, and he served term on the SCPGA Teaching Committee. Please welcome Glenn Deck, our 1996 and 2012 Teacher of the Year, to the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our next inductee, Kerri Jenna, was a teaching pro at Tustin Ranch when she won our Teacher of the Year award. She now lives in Middleton, Ohio. That's Southern Ohio, which means she's a Buckeye, which makes Todd and I very, very happy. Ohio State, Penn State, Saturday at 12 o'clock. Set your DVRs. So anyway, she's got that going for her. She's now a pastor as well as a golf photographer. She still works on her golf game. She flew here to be inducted today, so please welcome Kerri Jenna, our 1997 Teacher of the Year, to the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our next inductee, Dr. David Wright, is one of the smartest people in our profession. He holds 2 doctorates and is a noted researcher. His Wright Balanced Golf School has been a Golf Magazine Top 25, and he's personally been a Top 100. He's been called the balance expert and the leader in balance instruction across all sports and universities. Doc has also helped coach the USC men's and women's golf teams. Please welcome our 1998 Teacher of the Year, Dr. David Wright, into the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our next inductee, Alan Ochiai, is a teaching professional at Oak Creek Golf Club and a PGA Master Professional. He's been recognized by the Metro chapter as their Teacher of the Year and as the Junior Golf Leader of the Year. He's also been a Golf Digest Best in California and a Golf Magazine Best in Region. He's a well-respected instructor who is always searching for knowledge. I look at him and think the Hat Junior because he's kind of got that Micatin style. Please welcome our 1999 Teacher of the Year into the California Teaching Hall of Fame, Mr. Alan Ochiai. Now our next inductee, Jamie Mulligan, is of course our host today, and he's the driving force behind this summit, so we owe him a debt of gratitude for that. To my mind, he's in the mold of Eddie Mehrens, since he's the CEO here at Virginia Country Club, yet his reputation as an instructor is second to none. With a stable of the young tour pros here and a couple of Champions Tour stalwarts, one of whom we're going to listen to tomorrow, he's obviously a splendid multitasker and is super busy, but he still finds time for his first love, which is surfing. Please welcome the always fashionable super dude, our 2000 Teacher of the Year, Jamie Mulligan, into the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Jamie, and thank you. Our next inductee, Roger Gunn, is the Director of Instruction at Tierra Rajada Golf Club and a Golf Magazine Top 100 instructor. He's another teacher that brings a strong playing background to his work. He played in the California Open, the LA Open, the US Open, and the PGA Professional Championship, to name a few. He played for UCLA, then the European and Nike Tours. But impending fatherhood changed his career path, and his students are grateful. Please welcome the 2001 Section Teacher of the Year, Mr. Roger Gunn, to the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our next inductee, Bob Harrison Sr., is a teaching professional at Brentwood Country Club, where he previously served as a head professional director of golf for 38 years. He's another player, in quotes, that became a successful club professional and teacher. Bob played for Rollins College and on the PGA Tour for 4 years. He has served on our section board and also as our vice president. He now devotes himself to teaching, especially juniors and high school teams. Please welcome our 2002 Teacher of the Year, Bob Harrison Sr., to the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our next inductee, Don Parsons, the Director of Instruction at Twin Lakes Golf Club in Goleta. He's yet another good player who became a great teacher. Don's accomplishments include winning the 1988 California State Amateur. But my favorite accomplishment, as I was doing research on Don, and I've known Don for a long time, having lived and worked in Santa Barbara for a while, and I didn't know this one, is he was the UCSB Athlete of the Decade in the 1980s. Yeah, we got to talk about that one, Don. He has multiple Golf Digest and Golf Magazine Best in State and Region listings. He's assembled a very accomplished team at Twin Lakes and is now a regular on Golf Channel. Please welcome the 2003 Teacher of the Year, Don Parsons, into the California Teaching Hall of Fame. And he does a great barbecue, I'm told. Haven't sampled it yet. Maybe now. Next inductee, John Mason, is the Director of Instruction at Encinitas Ranch and a Golf Digest Top 50 in California teacher. Also a good player, John won the San Diego City Amateur, the San Clemente Amateur, the Long Beach Open, and the 1999 and 2001 San Diego Chapter Player of the Year awards. He played the Australian Tour, the LA Open, and the Buick Invitational, but John is passionate about teaching, but I bet his biggest thrill was coaching his PGA Junior League team to the National Championship in 2015. Please welcome our 2005 Teacher of the Year, John Mason, into the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our next inductee, Mark Munir, is a teaching professional at Glen Eddie Golf Club and another UCSB golfer who stayed in Santa Barbara. He's created his own MM Golf Academy and is working on his own DVD instruction series. He's a 3-time Northern Chapter Teacher of the Year and our 2006 Section Teacher of the Year, and now a member of the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Please welcome to the stage Mark Munir. You bet, Mark. Our next inductee, Kip Puterbaugh, is the Director of Instruction at the Aviara Golf Academy. His first lesson at 10 years old was from Paul Runyon, and one of his mentors was Gene Littler. Kip played for the University of Houston when they won 3 national championships. Following the trend here, Kip took his talents to Aviara in 1991 to start his own golf academy. He's also a Golf Digest Top 100, and his golf school is a Golf Magazine Top 25. Please welcome an inspirational teacher and a true gentleman, our 2007 Teacher of the Year, Kip Puterbaugh, to the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Randy Chang, our next inductee, is the Director of Instruction at the Journey at Pechanga, but I think he's got his hands in at 2 or 3, or it might even be more facilities. I haven't talked to him for a while. His career includes head professional, director of golf, and general manager positions, but his wheelhouse is definitely teaching. He's a dual section Teacher of the Year, also winning Aloha's Award in 2002. Randy's won other awards too numerous to mention. Let me just say he's one of the most engaged teaching professionals I've ever known. Please welcome our 2010 Teacher of the Year, Randy Chang, to the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Next, Eric Horvey is a teaching professional at the Harris Creek Golf Club. In addition to winning our Teacher of the Year award, Eric has also received 2 Section Club Fitter of the Year awards and our Junior Golf Leader award. He's been recognized with several Metro Chapter awards and by Golf Digest as a Top 100 Club Fitter. Please welcome an accomplished instructor and fitter, our 2011 Teacher of the Year, Eric Horvey, to the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our next inductee, Zach Allen, is the Director of Instruction at DeBell Golf Course. On his first round of golf as a kid, he shot a 144. From there, he became an outstanding junior golfer, ranked 3rd in California when Tiger was ranked number 1. He led his high school team to a state championship in 1993, and he played college golf for USC. But as others mentioned today, his passion became teaching golf. He's been a Golf Digest Best Young Teacher and a Golf Tips Magazine Top 25. And now he's a member of the California Teachers Hall of Fame. Please welcome our 2013 Teacher of the Year, Zach Allen. Larry Brotherton, our next inductee, teaches at San Juan Hills Country Club. He grew up in Minnesota and caddied in the summer. In the winter, he skied and ski jumped. In 1980, he jumped at the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. After hanging up the skis, he moved to California and began his golf career. Skiing's loss is golf's gain, as Larry's passion for teaching is second only to his passion for helping veterans. The host for the annual Wounded Warrior Golf Tournament at San Juan Hills is now a member of the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Please welcome our 2014 Teacher of the Year, Larry Brotherton. Our next inductee, Brady Riggs, is the Director of Instruction at Woodley Lakes Golf Course. He is probably the most unassuming person I know that demonstrates such excellence in his craft. He's been a Golf Magazine Top 100 every year since 2007, among other top-level distinctions. He serves on the PGA Adjunct Faculty on Teaching and on our Section Teaching Committee. His list of students is impressive and worldwide. And on top of that, he's a heck of a soccer coach. Just ask his kids. Please welcome our 2015 Teacher of the Year, Brady Riggs, into the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Our final inductee that's here today, Allison Kirk, is a triple threat. She's the Director of Instruction at Wood Ranch Golf Course. She's a PGA Master Professional. She was the LPGA National Teacher of the Year in 2015, and she can play. She's played in 2 LPGA Wegmans Tour Championships, 2 KPMG Women's PGAs, and in September she shot a final round 66 in our section championship to qualify for the 2018 PGA Professional Championship to be held in Monterey. And oh yeah, she has a master's in clinical psychology and is a practicing psychotherapist. So she's really a quadruple threat. She has more accolades, but I'm done because I don't know what comes after quadruple. Please welcome our 2016 Section Teacher of the Year, Allison Kirk, into the California Teaching Hall of Fame. Okay, that's the last of those that are here, but other inductees who could not be with us today that will go into the California Teaching Hall of Fame: Tom Sargent, who's the only 3-time Teacher of the Year, 1986, 1993, 1995. Tag Merritt, 1991. Jerry Elwell, 2004. Dale Abraham, 2008. And Derek Waieta, 2009. Now, Bob Madsen has been selected as the 2017 Teacher of the Year. He will receive his award in December and be inducted next year. I want to thank everyone for honoring this terrific inaugural class of inductees. And just so you know, it is the California Teaching Hall of Fame, which means that the Northern California section will be doing the same thing. We will be combining those groups with, we're not quite sure how yet, but again, kudos to Todd and the Brain Trust that came up with this idea to further honor those that are great in our field, and to hopefully, again, highlight the role models and the mentors that we have available to us, and hopefully do more for the business of instruction, okay, which we all have a vested interest in.